How's it going, everybody? For today's beer review, we're going to be taking a look at Revolution Brewing Company's Gravedigger Billy, a barrel-aged, wee-heavy Scotch ale. How's it going, everybody? We're here with Hunter once again.
And I'm here with Gravedigger Billy.
Yes. This is Gravedigger Billy from Revolution Brewing Company, and you got this from Cincinnati.
This is another Cincinnati brew. This is one that I mainly picked up because of artwork, and the box just looked amazing. It just looked like something we needed.
When I think I told you this, but you know when I went to Chicago, I got to tour them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And, I mean, they know this is special stuff. And you should see it. It's like, there's like 100 barrels, maybe. Which is a big number, but not really. It's like 100 barrels.
When you imagine 100 barrels across distributed across a country,
yeah,
it's dropping the barrel.
Yeah, and so it was crazy. And this wasn't even available when I went there. Like, I asked about it. I was like, do you guys have it? And they're like, no, we're not brewing it right now. I guess, I don't know if it's a seasonal, but they're like, we're not brewing it right now, so whatever. But anyway, this is it says barrel aged, but it is whiskey barrels. It's part of their, what do they call it? Their barrel program. Because I've had another one. I had their Mad Cow, which I reviewed earlier, which was a milk stout. So it is whiskey barrel aged, but this is a wee heavy Scotch ale. That's going to just be, I think, wicked.
Yeah. Like
straight up Scotch ale aged in a whiskey barrel.
I'm already a real big fan of Scotch ales, so
yeah.
I was ready for this as soon as we got it.
Like, the best thing that ever happened to us, I think, is when they started carrying Old Chub locally for us.
It's the worst thing that has happened for my liver.
And my wallet.
Well, as you can see, the album art.
The album art on this.
The art on this is really cool. I don't know if you can kind of see that. You'll probably see it better in the intro.
There's angry fists holding up a barrel.
It just looks really cool. Very propaganda style artwork.
And what's the ABV on it?
The ABV is 10.4. So
this is a really big beer. It's what I would consider where monstrous kind of starts. You know, 6 to 8% is a decent ABV. 8 to 9 is like a high ABV. Once you start getting into 10, that's like monstrous beer territory.
I did not pour a lot, so don't get stingy.
Don't get greedy. We're drinking them out of the Duvel Snifter glass, as you guys can see. So
pours really well. Very dark. It's got some head potential. I don't think I poured it aggressively enough. What are you trying to make?
Trying to make sure we keep moving here.
Yeah. Well, then I'll get this a little bit.
Yeah. The head potential is rather low. We poured it. I poured mine pretty hard, and it came up to about yours is decent. But
yeah, well, I did a straight in pour. I got about a finger and a quarter.
Mine's about a half. What I would call this is kind of like light tan, like super light tan colored head. The color on this is like ridiculously deep. I would call it like ruby red mixed with mahogany brown.
It's like a black cherry red.
Yeah. It's almost black, but with tinges of red. I'm getting the whiskey straight up.
Yeah, I smell whiskey.
Whoa.
off the cusp.
What I'm excited about, have you noticed every time we do a barrel-aged one, I'm always like, dude, there are ones out there that have way more whiskey in them.
Yeah.
This is finally what I'm talking about.
Is this going to be what you've been talking about?
It smells like it. And what's crazy is, on the side, I'm also really into Scotch whiskey. I wouldn't do reviews because I'm nowhere near as well versed in it, but the whiskey that I'm smelling is actually reminiscent
like really good
of like
whiskey.
Scotch. It's not like necessarily bourbon.
Yeah,
that's actually it's like malt and whiskey. A lot of the things you get from a Scotch ale, like caramel and smoke and stuff, are kind of hidden behind the intense Scotch and
I'm actually getting
malt.
a little bit of a dark chocolate smell. A little bit.
Actually, I'm getting a little bit of a molasses.
I don't want to smell it anymore. I'm gonna drink it.
Yeah, we gotta drink this. Yeah. Oh man.
Great Scott.
He goes forever. I'm still tasting stuff. That has got a lot of pecan pie at the end for me. Are you getting that?
I got like a whiskey middle, and then I was like, and it ends with a lot of whiskey, and then I was like, no, this has like a sweet little end to it.
Okay, let me try to put this into English for you guys. Immediately, sweet bourbon up front. Smells like Scotch, tastes like bourbon for me. It's got your malts, but then there's just this like intense caramel, toffee, brown sugar. It's like pecan pie. I mean, straight up for me. On the exhale, like when I'm like, it's like pecan pie is what I'm tasting. Like a lot.
Get it in your mouth and then let your tongue go down and let it filter on top of your tongue. Oh, it opens it up.
Yeah, a lot of alcohol.
There is a lot going on in this, and it is delicious.
Yeah. Truthfully, what this tastes like to me, I don't think you tried this, but this is going to be a very out there reference. But if you guys have had the pecan pie porter from Clown Shoes Brewery, it's kind of reminiscent of that, but a lot more alcoholic. What's interesting is I can tell all of those brown sugar, toffee, caramel, pecan pie notes are coming from the whiskey barrel aging. It's incorporated with the whiskey, not like the malts and stuff. They did a super awesome job barrel aging this, and the reason why is because they did it for a year.
Yeah.
Is what it said on the... It came in a cardboard box. This is like a super special series from them. I didn't bring the box over with me when I brought the beer over, but...
That was another thing that was a casualty in the transport.
Yeah.
The box definitely got crushed. But it preserved the bottle, and we are very happy for that.
Yeah, definitely. So, just to reiterate one more time, sweet malt fades into like just brown sugar, caramel, toffee.
Toffee is prevalent.
Yeah, lots of brown sugar and toffee. Molasses. There might even be like marzipan and almond. I mean, it's just all over the place. I'm going to go ahead and give it a rating now. As far as a representation of the style goes, with a wee heavy Scotch ale style, it's super high for me, but I'm not giving this a perfect 100, and there is a specific reason for that. I would give this probably an A+, but it would be about a 96 or a 97 out of 100. And the reason why is because there's hardly any smoke to it.
Hardly any smoke.
And the whiskey is kind of taking over the smokiness, and peat smoke is something that just absolutely defines a Scotch ale. So by default, I cannot give this a perfect style score because there's no smoke to it really. It's being taken over. But as my own personal score, I'm giving it 100. I mean, this is absolutely delicious stuff. You can tell a lot of work has been put into this beer for just like how much intense whiskey flavor it has. What about you?
It tastes so good. Definitely A+. In the extreme events that you find this, pick it up.
Yeah. I mean, I've had this sitting back for, Jesus, you remember how long ago it was when we went on that trip?
It was back in October, and it's February now, so a good 4 to 5
months. And I'm trying to see if there's like a bottling date on this anywhere.
Probably not. We're just wasting time at this point.
Probably much so. It'll hold up in your cellar, is pretty much what I'm saying. So if you can see it, buy it, sit on it if you want to, and wait for a good occasion, because like it's an occasion beer. It's really high up there. But yeah, that's been our review of Revolution Brewing Company's Gravedigger Billy barrel-aged wee heavy Scotch ale. Hope you guys enjoy the beer review as always. Stay tuned for the next one.
See you next time.